Get our toasty look started. I'm gonna take this concealer, and I feel that this consistency is really reminding me of a lot of my favorite eyeshadow bases, and I've not had issues using it where I have friction. There we go. I don't really know what I want to do with my lid yet, so I'm not going to worry about putting it there for right now. Now, if you already want to get your toast going, grab your cream bronzer. And we're going to use this as eyeshadow base. I feel like this is such an easy way to get the warmth that we're after. And it also ties in later so beautifully to the rest of the look because we're going to have, obviously, the cream bronzer on the perimeter of the face. So it's kind of like a built-in toast. This palette's gonna have everything I need. I'm gonna start with this shade. It's important to use the side of a brush and really press that into all of these really creamy bases. But we're also going to use the creaminess to our advantage because it's gonna pick up these shadows. Not only is it gonna make them smoother, it's also gonna make them even more pigmented. I also love the way that all of these creams look on the lid. I feel like they just look very smooth. So pretty. And then let's finish with this color. I don't even think I want to use another shade in my socket. I think we might just leave it the way that it is. All right, let's get a little sassy. Nothing too complicated. I'm going to take the concealer slash what I'm using as eye base. I'm gonna bring it to about right there. I do want to mention if you have oily eyelids, I don't think that this is going to work. So it's always important that I lead you on the right path because this is very emollient. And while it is working for me, I feel that if you have any kind of oil production on your lids, this could be a mess. So I am gonna take my time and get it nice and smooth. And I want this matte to be on the front part of the eye. But this shade, I need this one on my lid. This just looks so warm and toasty. And I want that out here. I like the idea of this being super sparkly and this being super matte. So I'm gonna take some of this and brighten up the inner corner. Very fun. And a lot of my looks are, I know they're wild, and they're sometimes not meant for you to do every single step. So say you just did your easiest favorite eyeshadow look. Have you ever tried just doing half of the wing a different color? I'm gonna do the front part, this really beautiful burgundy liner. And that's just to give you a fun little idea. Ooh, I love this liner so much. And then just do the other half with the classic brown or black. Ombre liner is always a fun idea, especially when you put your more standout color closer to the iris. Very sassy. I have a new favorite lash. These are Lily lashes, self-adhesive, but these are half lashes in the style Scene Stealer. They are just so perfect for me. And I really love the shape, and I love that they're not just huge. So I already have this one on really nicely. And I feel like they just accentuate looks, and they're just so easy to put on. There you go, it's on. Do a nice toasty brown waterline. This is Rich Brown from Melt Cosmetics. They're actually designed for the waterline, and I just feel like that just gives such a pretty toast. By the way, I was trying to find one. See how it has a little bit of red in it? That's what we need for the toast. Let's get some foundation on. I'm going to hop off after this and film a little video. But let's get this on. This could be helpful. So I've been hitting my retinol pretty hard recently. I'm using the new reformulated one from Shani Darden, and I've been hitting it pretty hard. And I am seeing that the dry time and the way that my skin is interacting with makeup is a little different. I'm finding makeup is drying and it's getting a little crusty even. So whenever I start to fill, because I can kind of feel it, and I feel like you could too, whenever you're starting to fill or even see it, just not lay across the skin just right. I love this, but even if you don't have this, look for a hydrating spray, MAC Fix Plus, something like that. I'm gonna spray it and I'm gonna let it sit for 20 seconds. Then I'm just gonna go back in, and I feel like it just makes everything kind of mesh better with the skin, especially as we're going into the drier months, or if you're doing retinol, or if you just have very dry skin. So I was on a learning curve right now because I'm seeing really good results with my retinol, but it does make makeup application a little bit more, I don't want to say difficult, but just trying. It's giving me a little run for my money here, but that is just working so beautifully for me right now. And I know that sometimes we're like, oh, we'll just put on extra skin prep, but sometimes that's too much. So I feel like this hydrating spray, as I'm feeling it getting a little dry on my face, is a game changer. So that's a really important tip that I wanted to share with you right now. First, we go darker with our concealer, then we can brighten. I know this feels like an extra step and it feels like a lot, but if you ever wanted to do a brighter, I'm looking for my brush, but if you ever wanted to do a brighter under eye, especially as we are privileged with aging, it's really important to go much darker with your concealer or your corrector or both before we do any kind of brightening. And the reason I wanted to brighten today is because if I do it brighter, especially just through here, it's going to give more contrast to the toast once we add the bronzer. Now this is actually a face painting stick, but it is so good because it's so pigmented that we wind up using such a small amount. And this is what I was talking, if I had just put this on by itself without that darker concealer, I could have a cast, it could turn gray, it could just do the opposite of what I'm wanting it to do, but that balance underneath is going to help us brighten. And I'm only going to apply it here and here, just to kind of brighten right through here. But I got this on Amazon and it's in the shade Soft Peach, and do not sleep on these to do any kind of brightening or blush highlight. I just love these. Now after this, I'm going to hop off and film. I'm going to grab the C43 because I want this to be, for what I'm about to do, I want it to be more intense, more compact. I can't think of the right word. Focus, there it is. And please forgive me because I am listening to people chat about the AC and putting it back together. Ooh. The C43, y'all. If you want, where are we at? I was saying, if you want concentrated color, think of this as a sponge, but I don't talk negatively about anything, but remember, I could have a sponge if I preferred sponge, but it all comes back to preference. I want you to love your sponge. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes sponges, not always, they tend to kind of take away and we lose pigment. So think of this as a sponge that just keeps precision and pigment. Yes. Whatever's left, look how nicely that fits through there. I'm gonna go down the sides of my nose, and then I will be right back when I go film something. I'm back. One side is bronzer toasted, one side is not. I like it. It actually reminds me of a painting technique. I forget the name. I know some of y'all will help me with it. But there's a technique where you do red underneath to kind of get that human blood underneath the skin look. And that's essentially what this is. And I just think it looks so nice. I would still apply blush with this, but it just really adds a really nice glow to the bronzer. Let's go ahead and finish the eye. I'm going to use this angled side to the D2. Toast up underneath here. It's not that I absolutely love this formula, it's that I love this color. And I believe ColourPop has one too, if that one's still available, because this one's pretty spicy priced, but I'm going to do that on my bottom lashes. Color trust in the process. I'm going to use some lip erase just in the center. Now, hang on now. I feel like this is the perfect caramelly toasty lip liner for my skin tone. This is Sepia by Melt Cosmetics. And I'm still gonna put some lipstick on. So it's not like I would wear it like this. Okay, I like concealer lips. But I know that anytime I try to do a lighter lip, my comments are, Very sassy. This is a new formula from 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬𝗧. It's the 3D Hydra Extreme Shade 2. You can't even see it. I don't know what I'm doing. But I feel like it's a really nice pinky caramel. Oh, yeah. I haven't even tried these yet. I wonder if they're spicy. Oh, that's so pretty. That's exactly what I had in mind. It's not feeling spicy. Okay, no, I'm feeling the tingle. It's not like the worst tingle I've ever felt, but these are definitely plumping. And I generally don't like them because I don't like the way they taste. I knew it was plumping just by the way it tasted at first. But I really like the color. Wish it wasn't plumping. All right, let me go finish this side. I'll be right back. Let's do this blush. I feel like this is gonna be really, really toasty. Even though I have on the bronzer toast, but it's a different shade. And I feel like this is just gonna really add. Oh, it's so good. I don't know anymore, but I really still get that excited to put on makeup. Let's put some around here. By the way, this is burning. It's not, I would say on the pain scale, like the Too Faced lip injections being like a 10, this is like a 6. It's not terrible, but I will say my lips do look quite juicy. Quite juicy. Now I'm just painting. I'm gonna take a little bit. This is powder, by the way. Let's brighten that up. I feel like whenever I do want things to be really bronzy, it's about the contrast. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I know there's a lot. I know a lot went on here, but I always want to kind of point out what you could take because it's a lot of information to take in all at once for some of us. So kind of the idea of using your bronzers, that warm transition, that two-tone liner. There's a lot of fun and easy ideas in here. I just try my best to point them out because I know I did a lot and it can get overwhelming. So thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for watching these long tutorials. It just warms my heart to be able to create them and to have friends that actually enjoy them. So thank you for being here. I love you with all of my heart and bye for now.